All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I thought I'd take you for a ride on my journey to find my next short travel bike. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I sold my beloved Trek Top Fuel. I sold it not because I didn't like the bike, I sold it just to try something new. So today, the first bike we're gonna try is gonna be the Santa Cruz Blur TR. Guys, don't pop the tire. This is pretty cool though. Do the log lamp. Oh yeah. Woo! Yeah. Slick. Woo. All right, welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for joining me on my journey to find a new lightweight short travel bike. What I'm specifically looking at is the travel range between 115 to 130. And today we're on the 23 Santa Cruz Blur Trail. This is a size large, and it's the S kit, so kind of their middle line build kit. Got a couple bikes in my basement right now that Bike Barn Racing in Whitman, Massachusetts has generously lent me to try out and also bring you guys a review. So if you guys are interested in Santa Cruz bikes or now Cervelo bikes, specialized, go check out Bike Barn in Whitman, Mass. So all the bikes I've been looking at in the beginning here of my search is flex stay bikes. So the 115, 120 travel, 29ers. I've ridden 3 different bikes so far, 15 miles each, before I actually turned on the camera and brought you a review on these bikes. Wanted to get a feel for them. And 2 of the bikes are not even out yet, so I can't really talk about them, but I can say that the big S makes it, and it begins with the E, ends with a C. We'll leave it at that. Oh yeah, get up there. There she is. Maisie, the trail pup, will be joining us today on our ride. So this morning, like I said, I am on the S kit, middle of the line build for Santa Cruz Blur. Price right now looks like it's about $54.99, but I've heard Santa Cruz is gonna have a fire sale coming up pretty soon, so I'd wait to buy any bikes. Probably get a good little discount on these bikes. But it's pretty decent spec. S kit's always a good way to go. GX Eagle drivetrain, the old school one. SRAM level TL brakes, okay. Fox 34 step cast fork with the float DPS rear shock. Race face ARC 27 wheels with DT 370 hubs and Recon race tires. These things are pretty chintzy, but nice supple ride. But man, gotta watch your lines. But with any good ride, gotta start with the climb. And first thing I want to talk about on this Blur trail is the geometry. So really comfortable fitting bike. This actually feels really similar to my Trek Top Fuel. And if you haven't seen my review on the Trek Top Fuel, go check it out. Leave a card up here in the right hand corner. But this size large feels like the medium large Top Fuel. Reach numbers actually a little bit smaller. The top tube length is pretty similar. So this bike kind of feels like at home to me. But climbing on the Blur trail, traction is decent. Not as good as the Top Fuel. The suspension is not as active. It is a flex stay suspension, single pivot. which it makes it feel super efficient, but it doesn't hook up as good as the Top Fuel did. Rode the Cervelo 15 miles already, and it doesn't hook up as well as that bike. I feel like those flex stays are a bit more refined. So I wouldn't be surprised if Santa Cruz came out with a new Blur coming up real soon. Compared to the big S bike that hasn't been released yet, but it's coming out soon. That bike climbs a little bit better too, but this is no slouch. I actually like the geometry on this one the best though, out of all of them. Just fits my 5'10" stature pretty well. Reached a part of a climb where the water has totally eroded the dirt. It is just like a rock bed. Look at this. Let's see how the traction is on this bad boy. It just pedals so light. Love these flex day bikes. And these Recon race tires, really good traction. Just got to be smart with your line choice. The tire is so supple that it just kind of conforms over the rock, but if you're hitting it at any speed, this kind of stuff going downhill, you're definitely blowing off the tire. Whew, not bad. Oh yeah, this bike is feeling really good. I can't tell if the suspension's working well or these, oh my God, pure mud, or these Recon race tires have such a supple ride that kind of feels like really dialed in suspension almost. The supple feeling of it, not jumping that today. And, whew. One thing I noticed though with this dropper post, it's the Fox Transfer SL, their lightweight dropper. It has, oh, don't pop the tire, it's good. It only has two positions, fully extended and fully down. It's messing me up because sometimes I drop the saddle halfway, kind of squeeze it with my legs to retain some bike control. Yeah. Yeah, not doing the big drop. A little roller here that looks pretty cool though. Whee! To the shortcut over here. To the log lump. Oh yeah. Woo! It's got really good bottom out resistance. I'm impressed. Is this considered an XC bike? It just feels like a trail bike of yesteryear. Like back in the day. That was weird. Really funky. I mean, definitely notice the steeper head to angle looking at a 67-ish. But man, having that steeper head to angle just keeps the bike sharp. Really nice to turn. As he goes that way, I go hit the rock. Oh, you're not cutting me off, dog. Ooh, muddy. Go around that. Oh man, I love how fast rolling these Recon race tires are. Whew. Feels uber light. Oh. Pick up a little speed here. So how is this Blur Trail compared to other flex day or lightweight downcountry bikes, if you want to call them? Feels really solid. Feels a little bit more composed than my Epic Evo I had, the older one. Don't know if it's a carbon layout, but very quiet bike. Feels goes really well put together. Definitely know you're on a flex stay bike though. There's like a little kickback when you're hitting a hard, like square hit. It gives you like a jolt. Definitely using all the travel and the shock, but it's not in a bad way. It's just different. And I actually prefer that. I like feeling the trail. I hate numbing it completely to death. Not that it's bad, but some people like a big travel bike. I actually like 120 bikes or a 115 bike, like in this case. Do I recommend it? Absolutely. If you're riding trails like you see in this video, this bike is awesome. Could I ride chunkier stuff? Absolutely. I think if I at least just change the tires over to something with a little more flat protection, a little more grip in rougher terrain, it'd do okay. I do have 2 bikes, so I'd probably leave it as is. Also comparing this to my Top Fuel, there's something about that Top Fuel where it didn't feel like a cross-country bike beefed up. These flex stay bikes like the Epic Evo, Cervelo, this Blur, other bikes I've ridden in the same kind of category, feel like you just beefed up an XC bike with, you know, a little beefier parts, bigger shock, bigger fork, etc. Maybe slacking that a degree or so. But that Top Fuel just felt like a trail bike slimmed down, if that makes sense. Especially how I had mine with a Pike and a Super Deluxe rear shock. Totally unnecessary, but I thought it was cool. I love that bike. Sold it to one of my subscribers, so hopefully he enjoys it. He lives in Minnesota, so shout out to him. Hopefully it brings him years of joy like it did me. But man, this kind of wraps up the video for at least the first edition of it, the Blur TR. Love the paint job. It reminds me of my old rock hopper I had when I was in college. Really impressed. Good job, Santa Cruz. Next video come out might be the bike that hasn't been released yet, or the Cervelo, which is very similar to this bike, but just kind of a little bit more refined. Well guys, thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments below. I'll definitely leave a link to Santa Cruz's website in the description below so you can check out all the geometry and spec figures. Stay tuned for the next one. I think it might be the bike developed by the Big S that hasn't been released yet, or Cervelo ZFS5. One of those are gonna be coming out next. Stay tuned for that. But I enjoyed my 30 miles on the Santa Cruz Blur Trail. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.